Allowing is a really fundamental and very, very powerful tool. A lot of misunderstanding around allowing is that it can be just giving up, and that you're not doing any actual action, or you're not, fixing the problem. You're not doing something, so then therefore you're failing. And I really question, and I almost kind of challenge that thought process, because a lot of the time when we are getting triggered by life, our automatic thing is to try to look outside of ourselves to fix things or to change our scenario. And that's not a bad thing. However, how we end up going about it can sometimes be two ways. We go, 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 and push, 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 kind of like a bull, and just doesn't matter what's happening, or it doesn't matter who I maybe hurt, or what I trigger in other people. I'm working on something, and therefore that's all that matters. And this is just, it's a piece that happens, and it's just one way of kind of dealing with big emotions that might be coming up inside of us. Allowing is kind of the reverse of that. Allowing is being able to take a step back and witnessing things and slowing things down. When you're going into a situation head on, and you're go, 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 and you're trying to fix, 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 or you're trying to focus so intently, no matter what's going on around you, not always, but a lot of the time, what can happen is we kind of almost get ourselves stuck into a scenario where we're pinned, we can't see what's going on, and this sense of overwhelm and dread, and just some of those emotions or those feelings that we can't always quite pinpoint where they're coming from, is usually because we've gotten ourselves into a tight situation, and we haven't taken a step back to really gauge what's going on around us, and what's going on, and who is there and supporting us and there to help, and who is possibly, like, not, doesn't mean, when you come around this two ways, doesn't mean that the people in our life aren't being supportive, but sometimes there is certain people that will highlight us, and will help us grow in a situation, grow forward. And then those, exactly within the same group of friends or family or whatever, they can sometimes, without intention, without meaning to, kind of hold us back or hold us from moving forward, if that makes sense. So today, and the kind of the work, the little bit of, it's a visualization meditation, but it's also, if you have a pen and paper, it's also something that you can actively be doing throughout your time when you're having a really hard time figuring out what your need and want is. Need and want is two very different dynamics, and we're just going to go into it in a little bit of a casual way, so that when we go into the deeper aspects, it'll just, you can kind of peel away the layers. So again, the very first format that I really want you to look at is, this is a place from going into a situation or into a life, choices, where you're going head on, and you're in it, and you're doing so much, and it can feel like you're just exhausting yourself, because it feels like you're doing so much, you're doing so much, but you still don't feel like you're getting anywhere. And the allowing, and that word in and of itself has so much more meaning, and you can unpack that word, but the allowing simply means to take a step back. Most often you do need to give yourself a little bit of self-care, compassion, because if you go to take a step back, it can almost feel inside, and usually in the ego brain, that you have failed, because now you're not pushing yourself to succeed, or you're not pushing yourself to get through this situation. Sit with that. That's okay if you are feeling that, or if that's coming up for you, even as we do this exercise. However, I can honestly say, and I have witnessed with my clients, for my own self, my own personal experience, when you allow things to come at you, when you allow life, when you allow people, when you allow situations to come at you, and you're in a really calm, really just, okay, I'm okay with whatever's coming at me. I'm okay with what's occurring, what's happening around me. And okay does not mean being complacent. So again, we're going to be unloading this. It's a big, big mind shake up, But to allow what's coming at you just doesn't mean you're face to face with it and you're not actually seeing things from all of the angles. You can make a more educated decision. That's how I'm going to phrase that. So when you allow things to come at you, you can see it kind of coming at you. You have some space and you have some time to be like, okay, this is kind of happening and I see it and I'm noticing what's occurring within myself. How do I choose to respond instead of being activated right away and just automatically responding with a lot of um, not always as much space so that you can't always respond maybe the way you want to.